tell us about some combinations for marital bliss. I hope it's not a misnomer.
Right. It is not a misnomer. There is marital bliss in case one is married, family prospers, children prosper. Both the spouses have some mutual satisfaction and trust. Then it is marital bliss. It need not be that one person should become this Ambani. But there may be marital bliss. In one case, a gentleman, aged couple, they had perfect matching of 36.
Ashkut Milan.
Yes.
Okay.
And he informed that he is having marital bliss.
Okay.
Yes, this is what he said.
Was it a single marriage?
It was single.
Okay.
It's a single marriage and both were Englishmen. English person.
Okay. Foreigners.
Foreigners.
Okay.
I don't have preserved a chart. Or it was about 8 years ago. So there could be marital bliss without becoming the Dhirubhai Ambani. The question is whether a person is having satisfied with the children, they have grown up, they have sufficient income, they have mutual trust, and they are happy in according to the social status also. So that you may call it marital bliss. Generally it so happens that a spouse whose 7th and 9th lord are together, or 9th lord and 4th lord are together, if the 7th lord is and 9th lord are together, the prosperity comes immediately after marriage.
Okay.
And if 4th lord and 9th lord are together, then the person is happy after marriage. If 7th lord is also involved in it, then take it that all kinds of luxurious items come after marriage. If it is 2nd lord also, then the wife may bring a lot of money also. And the family may expand. So if it is the 5th lord, then one may generally find that the childbirth takes early.
Okay.
Just within 1.5 years, they become parents. So these are in Sarvar Chintamani and Nadi, both these factors have been mentioned. As a matter of fact, there are numerous charts in this regard, and I do not think that I can refer to each one of them, but I would just like to go to Nadi.
Okay.
And marriage. The question is whether the marriage take place early or later.
Okay.
In Saptarishi Nadi, it is mentioned that if Venus has affliction, that is significator of marriage, and the lordship of house of the wife goes to Jupiter, one of the old planets.
Okay.
All this may indicate that the marriage is delayed.
Okay.
But if the 7th lord comes to Lagna, then the marriage is taking place early.
Okay.
So
if the 7th lord is Saturn, slow-moving planet, old planet, will it still take place early?
In this case, there was Saturnine aspect on 7th.
Okay.
But despite this fact, the marriage took place in 16th year.
16th year.
And 16th year, you
Okay.
may just...
What is the Lagna?
Gemini. And Gemini Lagna may have slightly more propensity as compared to other Lagnas about marriage. For Jupiter itself is aspecting the 7th house. This is from Saptarishis Nadi.
Okay.
Exception to late marriage.
Jupiter is aspecting 7th
seventh
house.
house itself.
Okay, and the
Along with moon.
age of maturity of Jupiter is also 16th year.
Yes, yes. So, that is that has to be related.
And moon is in 7th house.
Moon is in Lagna.
In Lagna. Okay.
So it is benefit from both the Lagnas.
Yes.
Lagna and moon, Chandra Lagna also. But also see one thing. In this case, Mercury, Venus and Saturn, all the three Karakas from the point of view Gemini are in 5th house.
Okay.
It means that Saturn is exalted, Mercury is there, Venus is Sagrahi, aspected by Mars also.
Okay.
So it has taken together, it has caused early marriage. In another case of exception to late marriage, it has been found that in this case marriage took place at the age of 20 years. Though Saturn is in 3rd. Saturn in 3rd means the father-in-law. The Lord of 10th house. Now just see. Who is Lord of 10th house? Mars. Lord of 10th house has come to 2nd house.
Okay.
And also Saturn is in 3rd house. Sun, Venus, Mars, Mercury are in 2nd house. So 2nd house is important for Sun itself is there. Venus is also there, the Karak for marriage, and Venus is 10th Lord.
Okay.
Mars is 5th Lord. Mercury is 3rd Lord as well as 12th Lord. So just see, one thing which is notable is Jupiter, Venus, Mercury. All the three are in mutual
Relationship.
Kendras.
Okay.
This factor has not been noted in Mars. This factor has to be taken note of.
So
in the
benefits in mutual kendras.
mutual Kendras.
Okay. We'll give an early marriage.
Yes, yes.
And this is Kark Lagna, Cancer Lagna.
Cancer Lagna. Just see. For Cancer Lagna, Jupiter is in the 11th. Jupiter is Karak. Venus is Karaka 4th as well as 11th. Mars is again 5th Lord. Mercury is 12th Lord and 3rd Lord. The Mercury, because being the 3rd Lord, along with Saturn is there, aspected by Jupiter. So this Saturn has been converted by Jupiter.
Okay.
Yes, Saturn is in the sign of Mercury, indicated father-in-law. And this is aspected by Jupiter. The Jupiter, the Karak, has converted the delaying factor of Saturn into a factor which is helpful.
Right.
For Mercury indicates father-in-law. Saturn occupies there. So it might have caused delay, but for the fact that Jupiter is aspecting.
Right. Okay. So it has changed the characteristics of the. It has
Yes.
modified
So
the characteristics.
So whenever 3rd house is aspected, predominantly influenced by benefics, it may bring father-in-law early.
Early. Okay. That's
Meaning thereby marriage early.
right. That's interesting. Okay.
If the 2nd house, if the 2nd house has benefic influence, then again it shows that there should be family addition in that.
Right.
So what is to be seen? 2nd house is required to be seen from this point of view. If there are benefic planets with benefic influence, then marriage may take place early. If there are delaying factors, then it may not take place early. And another aspect is, sun indicates ego,
Right.
sun indicates father. If sun is modified by Jupiter and the two other planets, so father does not have any ego. He is not interested in money, he is interested in daughter-in-law.
Okay.
Being married with some difficulties. In this case, Saturn is Yogakaraka.
This is Taurus Lagna.
Taurus Lagna. Let's see. Saturn is Yogakaraka in
Right.
7th house.
Okay.
But in Pap Kartari, in Saptarishis. So, what should be the effect of Yogakaraka?
But they
Yogakaraka would be reduced.
Okay.
Would be reduced, and we will have to reconcile with it. Then what happens in this case? See, the Lord of 7th house, Mars, is in 6th. 6th house indicates Vigna. So what happens? Occupying the house of Vigna are obstacles in 6th house. Again, mark the factor that Jupiter, the Lord of 7th,
Mars.
that the Jupiter, Lord of 7th from Chandra Lagna and also representing marriage, has also come to the same house of obstacles.
Okay.
So whenever 7th Lord comes to 6th house with a malady, it will cause and create some problem and marriage will take place. Particularly in the case where there is yoga of Yogakaraka. If there is no Yogakaraka, then this marriage might not have taken place. They again see in this case, 4th Lord and Lagna Lord are together. 5th Lord and Lagna Lord are together. So what is happening? Lagna Lord, 4th Lord, 5th Lord. Whenever 4th or 5th Lord and Lagna Lord are together, it means the child birth should take place early.
Yes.
So that is insisting on early marriage, and these factors are causing delay. Mars and Jupiter is 8th Lord, and it is cable poppy.
Yes.
The cable poppy factor should not be father,
Right.
like Yogakaraka.
Yeah. Yes.
So this is cable poppy, but Mars being in the house of Venus,
Yes.
and Venus is influenced by 5th Lord and 4th Lord,
Okay.
could overcome the difficulty.
Right.
So unless until that is considered, this Rahu might have created much more problem.
Does this say what age the native got married at?
Yes, see.
But basically the thumb rule that people take that if Saturn is influencing 7th house or 7th Lord, marriage will be after 30th or 32nd year. It's
Yes,
a wrong thumb.
It would not in case it is Yogakaraka. It will in case it is not Yogakaraka.
Absolutely. So it shouldn't be taken as a blind thumb rule.
No, it's not a blind thumb.
Yeah. That's the point. And there are modifying factors which we see can influence. Even in the previous chart that we discussed where Saturn was influencing from 5th house, it was an exalted Saturn.
It's not exalted Saturn. Marriage festivities के बारे में.
Achha, there was one example that we took.
This is 5th house.
5th house, exalted Saturn,
Exalted Saturn.
influencing 7th house, and I
Yes.
think marriage had happened in the 16th year. You had
Yes,
mentioned.
One thing note that this Saturn is Kumbh, meaning thereby it's a case of pregnancy. It indicates it's Lord of pregnancy.
Yes.
The Mercury is Gemini, means cohabitation. Venus means spouse. So if both are together along with Sun, 4th house, then it is bound to give that kind of result. And another aspect, Saturn, the yoke karak is aspecting all the three. It is not one factor.
Right.
There are several factors about it. Then fair complexion wife.
Okay. For the sake of those who are watching this video in other countries, we must we must say that this is a very Indian requirement. That the wife must be fair complexioned.
And just see. Just see. Sun and Mercury, Venus is 12th. It is aspected by exalted Saturn. Because Venus is in 12th. Just see, Venus is aspected by Jupiter, and Jupiter is exalted.
Okay.
If Jupiter is exalted aspecting Venus, Jupiter is in the sign of Cancer, taking the fair color of moon,
Right.
conveying it to Venus. That gives a fair complexion. And another see it from moon. So far moon is concerned, just see the Saturn and Sun. Saturn and Sun should have given dark complexion. But for the fact Venus is Karak,
Okay.
aspected by Jupiter,
Right.
ninth lord, in Cancer, has influenced it.
Aries Lagna.
Then wife slender bodied. Just see, in case of slender bodied body or anybody, whether husband or wife, one has to see how far the moon and Lagna are influenced by Agni Tattva planet.
Okay.
Let's see in this case. Lagna is Venus. It is aspected by Rahu, by Mars and Ketu. Saturn and Rahu. Saturn dries.
Right.
Mars is hot planet. Aspecting Venus, Ketu is again Agni.
Right.
Is in Agni Tattva Rashi,
Leo.
Leo.
Yes.
So this affects the weight. For it is about it is water. Venus is water.
Right.
But dried up in the circumstances, aspect of Mars, aspect of Saturn, and accompaniment of Ketu.
Right.
Still another aspect. Jupiter is aspecting it. Jupiter is 8th lord and 11th lord. So it does not allow the body to grow. Jupiter is also Agni in Dhanu Rashi, but it's the milder one.
Right.
There are three different kinds of Agnis. Mars or Mesh is Balavagni, Davagni, whatever you may call it. Sun has got the preserving on. Jupiter has got the heat of a warm house or warm kitchen.
Okay. Nurturing.
Yes,
Nurturing heat.
Nurturing. Because it nurtures.
Right.
So it is heat, but nurturing heat.
Right.
So these aspects must not be forgotten. Just see, Sun and Mercury. Forget about Mercury. Is Agni and Jal. Wherever there is Agni and Jal, there shall be ailment. Where there is conflict of
tattvas.
Yes.
Sun is in Cancer in this case.
Now, how to know whether wife will be sour-tempered?
Okay.
It is interesting. See, Venus. Sun is ego. Sun is exalted. Venus is with it.
Okay.
So the ego and heat of the sun causes short temper to the wife. You see,
Right.
in Aries,
In Aries, and that's Lagna.
another Lagna.
So which means Venus is double
Yes, yes.
correct because it's seventh lord
And
also.
another aspect, there is conflict. Wherever there is conflict of personality, you will find that the person is such short tempered. Here Saturn and Sun are both exalted. So Venus is aspected by exalted Saturn. So it is igniting, inciting surreptitiously.
Okay.
मतलब जैसे कोई घर में मंथरा हो ना, तो वो इसे इग्नाइट कर रही, मतलब धीरे धीरे.
Right.
सूर्य एकदम कर रहा है कि बड़े बाप की बेटी है. So, just see, short temper results from both Saturn and Mars influence factors for self. Saturn occupying the seventh house, the house of wife, is lord of the sign occupied by Mars. So just see, Saturn is dispositor of Mars.
Mars, right.
Because Saturn is dispositor of Mars as well as Jupiter. And Jupiter is debilitated. This debilitated Jupiter would not have that kind of sobering effect
Right.
which would otherwise be there. So the Saturn and Mars and Sun influencing Saturn, and both are affecting Venus. So where she would be, she might have been a slim-bodied person, but
Very temperamental, fiery temperament.
now the marriage in an affluent family. In this case, just see,
Are we taking Taurus Lagna?
I started to.
Okay.
Just see, Saturn is your Karak. Aspecting Lagna,
From Pisces.
yes, from Pisces. And Mars is seventh lord. This Yog Karak Saturn is aspecting Sun, the fourth lord. This Yog Karak Saturn is aspecting Venus. This Saturn is aspecting Mercury.
All three in the fifth house.
All three in the fifth house.
In Virgo.
In Virgo. Moon is in Ketu in second house. Moon is, you may call it Shina or you may not call it. Compare it from Chandra. In case you compare it from Chandra, then again Saturn is your Karak and aspecting Rahu. Saturn is aspecting Rahu. See, Jupiter, Saturn is dispositor of Jupiter. The seventh lord is under the influence of Saturn.
Yes.
Then this Saturn is influencing Venus again. Sun is in, Mercury is exalted. Sun and Venus. Sun is king and Venus is Vaibhav.
Yes.
In exalted sign. Venus is debilitated here. Debilitated here. But aspected by Yog Karak. This has caused, virtually influenced this debilitated Venus, removing its defect.
Being a Yokarak.
Just being Yog Karak. And again, there is need one
There's niche fun, yes.
from Moon along with Mercury. So these factors cannot be taken, cannot be included. Rahu gets the color of Yog Karak. If Rahu is with Yog Karak, aspected by Yokarak and aspected by Mars, seventh lord
Yes.
in Lagna. This has also got another
Yokarak influence.
luck through wife.
Okay.
इसमें बहुत 18 instances हैं.